Hello, everyone. Um, I feel like, especially in this day and age with social media and everything, it's so easy to compare yourself and look at what others have and have achieved. And that comes with a lot of, I guess, maybe jealousy or envy or negative emotions. And you feel like you're, I don't know, stuck and you feel like you're not doing the things you should do and not trying the things you should try. And you don't have enough money, you're not educated enough, you're not doing all these cool things and so on and blah blah blah. And it can be really frustrating and difficult. It is for me too. But there's one thing in terms of comparison or one story that sometimes helps me, and it is a mix of something that is very like mainstream advice, as in like, oh, don't compare yourself to others, only compare yourself to your past self. But it's also with like, I guess, a new twist. So what I want you to do is, instead of just think, oh, I'm stronger and smarter than yesterday because I worked out and because I read for an hour in a book or something. What I want you to imagine is that you meet someone and you meet a very dear friend, and I want you to imagine your younger self in front of you, maybe sitting on a chair or on a bed. And I don't know, I imagine like my 10-year-old self, and you're going to talk to them like, like your good friends, or like your their older brother, and they ask you about good things, obviously, or also about the things you've grown. And then, as for me, I'm more than 10 years older and I have done all the things that I feel like my 10-year-old me wouldn't have expected or wouldn't have cared for either. And so I feel like if I like, depending on how, or what are the things that you emphasize on, that can be a very positive talk. Like, I can tell my younger self that I've done all kinds of things. I've tried, I don't know, I've traveled to some countries, I've tried different hobbies, I've survived my study years somehow. I actually found and worked a job for a few years, and I've been through a lot of horrible shit as well, but I survived and it made me stronger, and I'm still there and still struggling a lot, but like, stay in there, it's gonna be okay, kind of. And I don't know, that shift of perspective helped me to kind of feel a little bit less anxious and stressed, because I don't need to own five sports cars or have a family and be married, or I don't know, do all kinds of shit. Like, my 10-year-old self would be like, oh my god, you can like afford food, you've had a job, you were able to buy, I don't know, a PlayStation 4 or something. Like, you're amazing. And I feel like we kind of sometimes lose a little bit track or perspective, and we have such high standards for ourselves. But honestly, if you think about, or if I do that, I feel like I'm doing all right. And obviously, there's a few things I'm not going to tell a 10-year-old, because there's different problems as an adult. But overall, I survived, and that's already a good achievement. And I wonder what the me even 10 years from now is gonna tell to me if I could talk to them. And I'm sure there's some positive things and some words of uh, reassurance that they could tell me, so I would know that it's okay and I'm going to survive another 10 years. I hope you have a good time. Thanks for watching. Maybe it helped a little bit, and see you another time. Bye bye.